Amy says, I'm intrigued by Thomas or Shana's statement that the symptom is not always the cause, and I'm wanting to dig deeper into this topic. I know it entails a good understanding of biomechanics. I think the talk you did on exploration is a good start for me, but just would love to dig deeper. Oh yeah, that's a topic that's basically always relevant. It always comes up in everything you do. And, whenever you see or feel something that's not perfect, then you always have to think, in terms of where does it come from? Because, what you see is when what you feel is a symptom, right? If your horse doesn't want to bend right, or if your horse leans onto your left rein, what does that mean? So does it really have to do with that left rein, or does it really have to do with the horse's mouth, or does it really have to do with the neck, or does that come from some other place? Maybe incorrect alignment of the hips and shoulders, maybe incorrect weight distribution, and all kinds of things. So for every symptom, there's often potentially several underlying causes that could be responsible, and then you have to look at the whole picture of all the symptoms you're getting, and then it's like a doctor making a diagnosis, right? They see or hear symptoms from their patients, and then they have to try and figure out, well, what illness could be causing that? Like, how do all the different symptoms fit together, right? And then you have maybe a hunch or a first idea, and then that becomes your working hypothesis, and then you test that by treating that illness, and then either it gets better or it doesn't, right? If it doesn't get better, your diagnosis was wrong, and then you have to go back to the drawing board. What else could it be, right? And often it gets a little bit better, but not all the way. Which means that it's a layered issue. The symptoms are caused by several underlying causes, and then it gets complicated, right? Then you have to kind of find and identify each cause and work on it, and then you feel like with every new cause I discovered and that I'm working on, it gets a little better and a little better and a little better, and then after you've dealt with 5 contributing causes, then it's significantly better. So often it's not a simple, monocausal affair, like flicking a light switch on off, but it's several contributing factors. And then sometimes it's not so easy to see every contributing factor, right? So that's why problem solving in writing can sometimes be a little bit of a lengthy, arduous process. But yeah, it becomes a habit after a while, right? That you always think, where does it come from? What could cause that? Head tilting, or bracing, or not wanting to turn, or not wanting to bend, or not wanting to sidestep, etc. And it's very often, the problem is very often, maybe in the majority of cases, not located in the area where you see and feel the mistake or the problem, right? It's usually from somewhere else. Or it's partially from where you feel it, but also to a large extent from somewhere else, right? Depending on what it is. Yeah, but we'll be talking about these types of things a lot in the course.